It's currently 5:20 a.m. I'm going to be taking you all through a typical day for me here as a volunteer in Malawi. I have to be a little bit quiet for the beginning just because other people might still be asleep. So I'm going to be recording a time lapse of the sunrise this morning. So I'm going to set the phone up and then we can see how that turns out. All right, I think that actually turned out really well. So most mornings I will watch the sunrise. However, I don't typically sit on the rocks. I will typically sit right here in my little couch area. And then after the sunrise, or typically actually, before I actually watch the sunrise, I go and make a coffee. Except for because today I was doing that recording and sitting on the rocks, I decided to make it afterwards. Hello, George.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine. How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
George is one of the night watchmen. Prop that up. Alright. We have our kettle and instant coffee. So along with my morning coffee, I consume one of the most important things that I take here in Malawi, and that's my malaria pill. So we're gonna make ourselves some instant coffee. The kettle, which is probably one of the most used things here at Ripple. And then last but not least, malaria pill. So I have my morning coffee, and I'm currently sitting on my favorite couch, and I want to talk us through a typical day here as a volunteer in Malawi. So most mornings I'll wake up around 5 a.m., try to catch the sunrise around 6 a.m. here on the deck. After that, from around 6 to 8, I'll sit on the couch, have my morning coffee, and then hopefully get some work done. Around 8 a.m., I'll typically go out to my first project. Recently, I've been working on one of 3 projects. There's the fruit tree project with Maston. I typically go with him to do some sort of nutrition education. There is the family planning and various support groups with Watson and Rebecca, and I'm going out with them to typically do some sort of first aid education and or to observe their various groups. And then finally we have the disability groups with Matilda, and I'm going out with her to do some sort of combined first aid and nutrition education for the mothers with children with disabilities. So I'll head out around 8 a.m., try to get back around 11:12, have lunch, head back out around 12:01, and then finally I'll get back around 4 to 5 for the day. Most days I'm biking to and from my projects, and so by the time I get back, I'm exhausted and absolutely drenched in sweat, especially in the latter half of my trip here when the sun has been absolutely insane. So I'll take a shower, and then around 6 p.m. we'll have dinner. When there was more volunteers, we would typically have dinner from like 6 to maybe 8. But more recently, when there's only been a fewer volunteers, it typically takes us until maybe 7, which just gives us a little bit more time in the evening to do whatever it is we want to do. So today is actually Sunday, August 27th, and so I can't take us through a typical day today, but I've been taking various clips throughout the week, and I'm going to kind of piece them together to show you what a typical day would look like. I have to be really quiet because some people might still be asleep, but I just wanted to take a video of the cats all sleeping on our decks. Mastin, how are you today?
I'm very fine.
Good, good.
How are you?
Good. I'm recording a video
Okay.
for what I do in a day here.
Okay. Okay.
Can I have you part of the video?
Yes.
Okay.
No problem.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Master Nkhata Bay, working with Rip Africa here in Nkhata Bay, and fruit tree project.
Okay. And what are we doing today, Mastin?
Yes. Today we are doing demonstrations where we have some trainings to train local farmers about nutrition. This is very important since we are growing fruit trees. So local farmers have to know what are the vitamins they get from the fruits, and how the fruits they can help them to cure some other diseases.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then I'm going to also record a little bit of the drive.
Okay.
Because it looks very nice.
Yes. So should I start over?
Yes. One of the benefits of going with Mastin is that instead of cycling wherever you're going, you get to take his motorcycle,
Yes.
which is always nice. You might be wondering what those giant black clouds are in the distance. Those are giant swarms of lake flies, and yes, they're as bad as they sound. One of the main focuses during my nutrition training with Mastin is helping show the community how they can make the most of the foods that they're already using. Like, for example, turning eggshells into eggshell powder, which is extremely high in calcium, or using the peels of an orange into the vegetables that they're already cooking. The peel has two benefits. The first is that it has many of the same nutrients as the fruit itself. And then the second is that the peel is actually able to help flavor the dish, which can help reduce the amount of salt that they're using, helping combat high blood pressure, which is a major problem here in Malawi. Do people like it?
I do. Ati wa vianja.
Hey, that vianja. No. Yesipe way up. Yesipe way up. Nobody.
So she's saying it's oh yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So for lunch today, I'm going to be making some toast and eggs, and then having some leftover vegetable shepherd's pie from yesterday. So we have sliced bread, having some 2 eggs. I'm gonna try to do a one-handed crack. Oh, this is not gonna work out at all. Oops. I actually managed to do it the second time. So here we have some bread and butter on top, and I'm just gonna put the eggs. Then I'm gonna reheat in the same pan some of the leftovers from yesterday. So this is some vegetable shepherd's pie. It has vegetables, mashed potatoes, and then a little bit of cheese. The only way to heat things up is either in a pan or in this, which uses the same wood fire to heat up as an onion, or sorry, an oven. So for lunch, I'm gonna be having some eggs on toast, as well as deconstructed vegetable shepherd's pie. So here we make our own breakfast and lunch. Typically, most people will have some sort of cereal, granola, or eggs for breakfast, and then they'll have either the leftovers from the dinner the night before, either reheat that or have it cold. And then we have 3 cooks here that actually prepared dinner for us, and so you'll hopefully get to meet them a little bit later in the video. And so I'm currently on the deck with my food, and so you can see the lake right there. The water's a lot choppier today than it has been the last couple of days, but it's still a beautiful view to have your lunch. So after lunch, I'm gonna be going to one of the projects for the afternoon. So if I was with Maston for the morning, I'm gonna be with either Watson and Rebecca, or Matilda for the afternoon. For both of those projects, I'm gonna be biking to wherever I'm going. So I tried getting a video of the bike ride from camp to the main road. However, that didn't turn out really well. I tried both duct taping the phone to my shirt, which is probably the worst of the 2 ideas, and then I tried duct taping the phone to my bike, which turned out slightly better, but not great. So for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna show you what the rest of my day would look like. This afternoon, I'm with Matilda, and she's gonna tell us a little bit more about what she does.
Yes, Matilda Mwale, working with RIP Africa as the coordinator for Disability and Rehabilitation Project. And in this project, we have 164 clients with different disabilities. And what we do is we provide transport for these clients for further treatment if they have been referred. Apart from that, we are also providing devices, for example, corner seats, walking frame, wheelchairs to those who are in need of it. Apart from that, we are also civically educating parents and guardians with children with disabilities on how they can take care of them, especially in our absence. For example, we teach them how to feed children with cerebral palsy. We teach them how to do simple exercises at home. We do things with these parents, and thank you.
And so, I don't know, you're good. And so and then what are we going to be doing today?
Okay, today we are training guardians and parents with the children with disabilities, especially on shocking, dehydration, burns, nutrition, and minor injuries.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Watson Chira, SRH department. Mostly we do family planning, gender equality, and many other things which can make, let's say, the families happy.
I'm Rebecca Banda, working with RIP Africa, Sexual Health and Reproductive Department. We have many things We teach life skills in schools, in communities. Yeah.
And what are we doing today?
Today we are going to do first aid with Kids Patel.
It's currently 5:13 and I'm back for the evening. I'm gonna take a shower and then get ready for dinner.
I am Gedes, one of the cook.
Fabs?
Me is Fabs. Now one is the cooks.
Okay.
That one is pasta bake.
And we made pasta bake and what else?
Yes.
Pasta bake,
And-
tomato, onions, and
Carrots.
mixed vegetables.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
what's in the salad?
Salad, tomato, onions, and cucumber, lettuce.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Donga.
thank you.
The cook's made banana bread that's still warm from the oven. So good. Good night. Good night. Usiku mampa. It's currently 7:05 p.m. We just finished dinner, and that's pretty much the end of my evening. I'm gonna try to go to bed sometime between 8:30 and 9 p.m. and then start the day over tomorrow. So this has pretty much been a typical day for me here as a volunteer in Malawi. However, not all days am I going out on the same 3 projects and or always teaching. Sometimes I'm going out into the community just to learn as much as I can, experience and see as much as I can. So for example, some days I'll go out and I've gone to see planting and harvesting cassava. I've gone out to help build a pig pen. I've gone out to visit one of the women's groups that is trying to start a business by sewing purses. So different things like that. In addition to my typical like morning and afternoon projects, there are markets or market days. So in one of the nearby villages, they'll have a designated day when there's kind of more people coming out to sell things. One of the ones I try to go to more often than not is Candy Market, which is always on Thursdays, and I'll try to go there typically in the afternoons. It's a great place to buy fabric and or just clothes and things like that. So the last thing is that the weekends are generally a bit different than the week. Some weekends will have a bit more scheduled, some weekends will have a bit more free time. This weekend, since it is my last weekend here in Malawi, I did have my weekend a bit more packed. So yesterday on Saturday, I actually went up to the Nkhata preschool, where we hold the children's corner. So Watson and Rebecca hold a children's corner typically during the week, sometimes on the weekends, where they'll give the children an opportunity to play some games and then also give some sort of lesson. So typically when I go, we've always played football. So I'll leave the video showing you a bit more about what I did yesterday. We made it to the children's corner here in Nkhata. Hopefully we'll have some more children coming soon, and here's Watson. Do you mind introducing what we're doing here?
So children come here to play, to have a free time where they can be free to play with their time and learn. They are learning about population, they are learning about their rights, and many things. When they come here, they exchange stories, and at least they exercise their freedom.
Yes.
When the tree has been cut down, we come here, you'll find that it's only a stump. Now you can't tell what tree was here when you look at the stump. So, as Rebecca said, the tree is telling a story. So our children or our grandchildren will also want to know the story, our story. So when they don't really know where they came from, their family name and everything, that means it's just like a stump, a tree which has been cut and it's only a stump left. So if the tree is still there, it will still tell a story. Because looking at the roots, it tells us where we came from.
Does everyone want to say hi? Hi! I started walking back so that I could record this. I think in total we were there for about 3 hours from 2 to 5. We played 2 games. We played one game before the lessons that Watson and Rebecca taught, and then we played a second game afterwards. I think unfortunately this might be the last time that I'm going to the Children's Corner. I think I've been there a total of 3, maybe 4 times. So it's really cool. I'm back. I gotta go take a shower. Before I do, I wanted to end the video off looking over this view.